So let me recap what we have started. I think 4 weeks ago, we have started the hands-on coding. The intention is to actually um, build from requirements to the front-end development, back-end development, database design, and the integration. Each of the component develop separately, and the integration, deployment, and perform the manual testing and perform the automation testing. So last week, we have done the backend deployment, and then we have actually done the deep dive of the API testing and the Swagger testing. And we had remaining the front-end integration that we are going to do tonight. Plus, we are actually going to do the automation and the build automation tonight. That's the goal. So if you have any questions, definitely you can write down or you can ask. So that's actually the recap what we have covered so far. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. So these are the tools and technologies that we used for this project. So Visual Studio Code we used for our text editor, MongoDB that we used for our database, Mongoose that we use for our object data modeling, Node.js we use for our runtime engine, and Express, which is like the framework for Node.js. And we used Next.js for our front end.
So can you go
Yeah, go
back
ahead.
to the previous slide, please?
Yes.
So Express.js we are using for the writing the backend logic, which is our API. Could go back next one. And Next.js is the front end, the framework, which is the on top of the React framework. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you can go ahead, continue.
And SAS, we used a version of CSS for styling, and we used a Postman for testing our APIs. And so nDesign is like a UI component library that we used for our application. That's where we got all the buttons and drop-down menus and etc. So yeah, that's pretty much all the technologies. Let me just give you like a quick rundown of what we were building.
So yeah, you go back, stay there a little bit. So that part is actually the development and the test. Oh, of course, the Git is there. We haven't shown the Git. So that is the development and testing the technology. On top of this, we have used the Docker uh, for the deployment and the Docker Hub as well to store the Docker images. And then we are going to use the Docker Swarm and the Docker Compose. And then that's the one deployment is the type. Another is we are going to use the Kubernetes as well. And then, of course, we are going to use the CI/CD with the GitOps, and we'll be doing with the Jenkins. So that is actually the 5 scenario has been given to the DevOps, the CloudOps, February 2023. And they are in the initial phase of doing the bare metal deployment. And once they do the bare metal deployment, then they will be able to do the remaining deployment. So that's the process. The next week, we will be actually deploying the backend and front end. That's our goal. And plus, we'll be doing the backend API automation using the Mocha library, which is one of the Node.js, the package. Okay, continue, please.
Okay, so we can get into coding now. So So just as a recap, so we're building this application, like this small feature basically. So we have a form and we have a button here called View Products. So when we click on it, this basically shows all the products that we have, and we can go home if we want, and we come back to the home page. So here we can basically create a product. So we put the name of the product, and then we basically copy the address, copy the image address like this, and we just paste it here. We enter a price, we enter a category, we put a brand, and the quantity that we have, as well as a description. So when we hit submit, so the product has been created. So when we view products, we see the product being created. So far we did the back end implementation. We also designed all the front end, but what we didn't do is we didn't integrate it. So this is the demo that we're showing you. So the code base that we're actually working on. Let's start doing that now. Okay, so this is the front end code base. Okay, so we pretty much completed all of the components. So here we mainly have three files. So we have a components folder. So let me show you one more thing. Okay. Okay, so basically, in the components folder, we have my form. So this is basically the first thing that we see when we log in, when we open the application. So we see all the form, like we see the input. This is, for example, this is the product name and the input for that. This is basically the image URL. This is where we input the address, like the image address, and etc., which is basically what we're seeing here. This is basically the form that we're talking about. And we have view products here. And what what this is supposed to do is this is supposed to take you to the products page, which we're going to integrate everything today. And for this to go to the products page, let me show you. So this takes you directly to the products page. As you can see, this goes to the products page. So for that, we have to basically design a new page for that. So here we have a folder called products, and inside the folder we have a file called index.js, and this is basically all of the markup basically for all of the products. So this basically is the page, and inside the page all of we have this component, right? So this is basically called a card, basically like a product card. We have two over here, and if you have like 5 or 10 more products, you would have all of these displayed here. So basically, what's happening here is we have the product list, and product list is basically an array. We have it here. So we use the map function, which basically loops through all of the elements in the product list. And for each element in the list, the product card component gets rendered. So like I mentioned, this is the product card. So we have to design a component for that, which we did here. So in the components folder, we have a file called productcard.js. So this is where we designed all of the markup for this product card. So we have an image here, we have two buttons here, we have the title, we have the category, and we have also the details button. So when you click on the details, it basically gives you like a sneak preview of what the product is. So it gives you the image here as well, it gives the title. And if we had like a longer description, we would see it here as well. So this is like a dummy data, and it also shows the amount of stock that we have, which we specified. Which basically this is like a value that you have to enter when you get go to the form, basically. Okay, so here, so that's basically all of the front end. Now, what we need to do is we have to integrate the front end and the back end. So let's do that. So we can start with the my form. So of course, when you click on so as we mentioned, when you click on the submit button, you want all of the details that you entered here. You want a product to be created based on all the details, right? So um, we're going to call a post request on that. So yeah, let's do that. So that we're in the my form and we're in the submit button. So whenever the submit button gets clicked, it's on click, we're basically calling a function called handle submit. So we're basically going to define a function for that. So let's do const handle submit. So this is the arrow function, and we can use a try catch block. And we're going to create a variable called response. And we're using Axios library, which is used to basically send and send API requests. So this is a post request, and we're basically going to use process.env dot base URL. Let's see if we have it here. Okay, we do have it here. And okay. So here we're going to do create, because so create is the endpoint for the post request in order for us to create the actual product. So here we're going to pass in form data. So whatever information you input gets stored in the form data. So we're going to be sending this. And so we're going to get a response back. So we're going to check the response. If the status of the response is 200, that means it was successful. So we're going to send a message as product added successfully. Otherwise, there was an error. So we're going to basically message.error, error adding product. And we can also console the error as well. Error adding product. Okay, so that's basically what it is. Okay, So that's basically the handle submit.